More than 53,000 homeless families to get houses as Prime Minister's gift in the second phase. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to hand over next Sunday. Bangladesh moving forward at irresistible pace with concrete planning by the Prime Minister and under her visionary leadership, says lawmakers at the budget discussion. BNP's politics, huge barrier to peaceful political coexistence in the country, comments Obaidul Qadir. Universities not only should provide quality education but also build better human beings, hopes Information and Broadcasting Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood. 63 more died from coronavirus in the country. Corona infection rising in border districts. Various measures taken including strict lockdown to contain corona infection. Positive and constructive discussion held at the first meeting between Joe Biden and Vladimir Putin in Geneva. And host Brazil to face Peru tomorrow morning in Copa America football tournament. Assalamu alaikum. This is Shaneen Ziauddin welcoming you to News at 10 on BTV, BTV World and BTV Chattogram Center. You've just heard the highlights and now on to the details. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina will give 53,340 more houses to the landless and homeless families as part of her government's campaign to bring all landless and homeless families under housing scheme. The Prime Minister is scheduled to inaugurate the distribution of these houses virtually on Sunday next under the second phase of the Asra 2 project. Prime Minister's Principal Secretary Dr. Ahmed Kaikwar said this at a press conference at the Prime Minister's office today. Prime Minister's Office Secretary Mohammad Tofazil Hossain Mia, Project Director Mohammad Mahbub Hussain and high officials were present. Replying to a query, Prime Minister's Principal Secretary said the mass inoculation of COVID-19 is expected to be resumed in July as the government is working relentlessly to collect more vaccines. He said the government is also trying to produce vaccines in the country. Dr. Ahmed Kaikwar said housing project inclusive development model which was never implemented by anyone or any country earlier in the world. He said that this initiative of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has now become a social campaign. Under the scheme, joint ownership of 2 decimal house land alongside a modern abode will also be given to both husband and wife of each family. Earlier, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina handed over 69,904 houses to the homeless and landless families on January 23rd under the first phase of the project on the occasion of the birth centenary of Father of the Nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman.
ইতিমধ্যে প্রায় 70,000 বলছি এই কারণে আমাদের হিসাব হচ্ছে 69,904টি পরিবারকে ভূমিহীন গৃহহীন পরিবারকে বিনামূল্যে বাড়ি দেওয়া হয়েছিল 23 জানুয়ারি 2021 তারিখে এবং আগামী 20 তারিখে আমাদের আরো 53,340টি পরিবারকে দেওয়া হবে। অর্থাৎ আমরা সর্বমোট দিচ্ছি হচ্ছে এই পর্যন্ত 1,18,380 এবং আগামী ডিসেম্বরের ভিতরে আরো 1 লক্ষ পরিবারকে পুনর্বাসন করা হবে।
The country is moving ahead with irresistible speed under specific planning and pragmatic leadership of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. The members of the Parliament told this while taking part in the discussion on proposed budget in the Parliament today. Earlier, the setting of the House was resumed in the morning with Speaker Dr. Shirin Sharmin Chaudhary in the chair. Taking part in the discussion, the Parliament members hailed the proposed budget in facing the challenge of recovering the corona-devastated economy. They told the House the proposed budget will play a significant role in advancement of the prosperity because the budget was formulated to change the lot of the common people. They propose to increase the allocation in education and health sector for expanding the services in these sectors. The House will resume again at 28th June next. Awami League General Secretary and Road Transport and Bridges Minister Obaidul Qadir has said that the contemporary politics of BNP is a major hurdle on the path of political coexistence in the country. He said this while briefing journalists at his secretariat office today. Obaidul Qadir says BNP basically resorts to conspiracies and vengeance despite speaking about democracy. The BNP has been patronizing an anti-people destructive evil force under the cover of nice words, he added.
যারা হত্যা এবং ষড়যন্ত্রকে রাজনৈতিক কৌশল হিসেবে গ্রহণ করে তারাই দেশকে এগিয়ে যাওয়ার পথে অন্তরা। বিএনপি এদেশে সহাবস্থানের রাজনীতির পথে অন্তরায় হয়ে আছে। তাদের ধ্বংসাত্মক রাজনীতি সহাবস্থানের পরিবেশকে ঝুঁকিপূর্ণ করে তুলছে দিন দিন। মুখে গণতন্ত্রের কথা বললেও তাদের অন্তরে ষড়যন্ত্র, প্রতিহিংসা। তারা কথামালার আড়ালে জনবিরোধী এক ধ্বংসাত্মক অপশক্তির পৃষ্ঠপোষক।
Earlier, the outgoing German ambassador to Bangladesh, Farin Holz, made a courtesy call on Road Transport and Bridges Minister Obaidul Qadir at the Secretariat. During the meeting, the minister says that Bangladesh has a sound trade relation with Germany as an European Union nation.
জার্মানির সাথে আমাদের বাণিজ্যিক সম্পর্ক রয়েছে। আমাদের বিদ্যমান সম্পর্ক অত্যন্ত কনস্ট্রাকটিভ, চমৎকার। আমরা জার্মানিতে বিভিন্ন পণ্য রপ্তানি করে আসছি। রপ্তানি বৃদ্ধি এবং পাশাপাশি বিশেষ সুবিধা প্রাপ্তিতে জার্মান সরকার বাংলাদেশকে অগ্রাধিকার দেবে বলে আমাদের বিশ্বাস। বাংলাদেশের প্রধানমন্ত্রী দেশরত্ন শেখ হাসিনা ইতিমধ্যে বৈশ্বিক চ্যালেঞ্জ মোকাবিলা, জলবায়ু পরিবর্তনে যে আহ্বান জানিয়েছেন তাতে জার্মান সরকারের সমর্থন আমরা কৃতজ্ঞতার সাথে স্মরণ করছি।
Information and Broadcasting Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmud hopes that universities will not ensure only quality education but also make quality human beings. He was speaking as chief guest at the inaugural program on launching a digital media lab, NSU website and radio of North-South University in the capital today. The minister has stressed the need for enriching students with patriotism and humanitarian values alongside knowledge and talents.
বিশ্ববিদ্যালয় থেকে আমরা যে সমস্ত ডিগ্রি দিচ্ছি, ডিগ্রি দেওয়ার পাশাপাশি নানামুখী মেধা বিকাশ করা, সেটি অত্যন্ত গুরুত্বপূর্ণ। আমি একটি বিষয় সবিনয়ে নিবেদন করতে চাই। আধুনিকতার ছোঁয়া অবশ্যই দরকার, আধুনিক হওয়া প্রয়োজন, কিন্তু আধুনিক হতে গিয়ে আমরা যেন পাশ্চাত্যের অন্ধ অনুকরণ না করি। পাশ্চাত্যের অন্ধ অনুকরণ করে যেন আমাদের সামাজিক মূল্যবোধগুলো হারিয়ে না যায়, আমাদের পারিবারিক মূল্যবোধগুলো হারিয়ে না যায়, আমরা যেন ক্রমাগত আত্মকেন্দ্রিক হয়ে না যাই। সেজন্য ছাত্রছাত্রীদের মধ্যে মেধা, মূল্যবোধ, দেশাত্মবোধ, মমত্ববোধের সমন্বয় প্রয়োজন। তাহলে একজন পূর্ণাঙ্গ মানুষ হতে পারবে। তাহলে তার দ্বারা সমাজ, দেশ এবং পরিবার উপকৃত হবে। আমরা চাই গণমাধ্যমের অবাধ বিকাশ, কারণ গণমাধ্যমের অবাধ বিকাশ ছাড়া রাষ্ট্রের বিকাশ সম্ভবপর নয়। যারাই যত কথা বলুক না কেন, কিন্তু বাংলাদেশে গণমাধ্যম যে পরিমাণ স্বাধীনতা ভোগ করে সেটি অনেক দেশেই ভোগ করে না। ছাত্রছাত্রীদের মেধা বিকাশের পাশাপাশি, তাদের ডিগ্রি দেওয়ার পাশাপাশি বহুমুখী মেধা বিকাশের জন্য আইপি রেডিও এবং আইপি টেলিভিশন অত্যন্ত গুরুত্বপূর্ণ ভূমিকা পালন করবে।
Vice Chancellor of North-South University, Professor Atikul Islam, presided over the program. Trustee Board Chairman of the University, M.A. Kashim, also spoke. 63 COVID-19 patients died and 3,840 new cases were traced in the last 24 hours in the country. Directorate General of Health Services, DGHS, in its routine daily statement today said The death toll has risen to 13,345 from coronavirus, and the tally of infections has risen to 8,41,087. The recovery count rose to 7,76,466 after another 2,714 patients recovered in the last 24 hours. The statement said 15.44% of 24,871 samples tested positive. DGHS statistics showed people infected from the beginning, 92.32% recovered and 1.59% died. The statement said of the 63 deaths, 2 are between 11 to 20 years, 1 is between 21 to 30 years, 7 are between 31 to 40 years, 7 are between 41 to 50 years, 15 are between 51 to 60 years, while 31 are above 60 years. 45 out of the 63 people died were male, while 18 were female. DGHS informed that 10 people died in Dhaka division, 11 died in Chattogram division, 13 died in Rajshahi division, 20 died in Khulna division, 3 died in Borishal division, 2 died in Sylhet division, 2 died in Rangpur division, and 2 died in Mymensingh division. The rate of mortality and COVID-19 infection in bordering districts has been increasing day by day. As such, the period of lockdown has been extended, including tightened vigilance in bordering districts of the country. Meanwhile, in Rajshahi district, 10 more patients have died during the last 24 hours. In Noakhali, 2 patients have died, raising the total death in the district at 129. At least 8 mobile teams of the district administration are patrolling to make the people aware. 9 people have died in Khulna dedicated hospital, while 32,800 doses of China vaccine have reached in Khulna yesterday. 38 persons have been infected by COVID-19 newly in Norail district during the last 24 hours. In Satkhira, 86 persons have been detected as COVID-19 patients, raising the infection rate at 47.31% in the district. In Nator district, 66 persons have been affected by the coronavirus. Local administration has extended the lockdown period for further 1 week as the rate of detection is in upward trend. Meanwhile, strict lockdown programs are underway in Jhinaida, Thakurgaon, Naugaon, Chapainawabganj, Meherpur, Kushtia, Tangail, Gopalganj, Bagerhat, Bogura, Joshore and Joypurhat districts. The members of law enforcing agencies led by local administrations are carrying out strong vigilance to oversee the lockdown program imposed in those bordering districts. Corona's Delta variant is changing its form day by day. Experts have named the new variant as Delta Plus or AY1. Delta variant is responsible for the second wave of the coronavirus in India. Delta Plus variant is more infectious than previous Delta variant. The new variant is found in the United States, UK, India, Canada, Nepal, Germany, Poland, Japan and Russia so far. Physicians feared that monoclonal antibody cocktail treatment will not be effective in this new variant, as it is 50% more dangerous than Delta variant. Health experts have suggested the government to take precautionary measures so the variant cannot spread in the country, and also urged the people to maintain health guidelines properly without fear. Delta variant of COVID-19 was first found in Europe on March 2021. Now international news. COVID-19 global death toll reached 38,50,000 with 9,464 new deaths, and total corona case tally rose to over 17,78,98,000 with 3,98,000 new cases. The United States, the worst corona-affected country in the world, has now 3,43,66,000 confirmed cases and more than 6,16,000 deaths. Meanwhile, the death toll in India climbed to about 3,82,000 and the total tally of COVID-19 cases is over 2,97,00,000. The presidents of the US and Russia have praised their talks in Geneva but have made little concrete progress at the first such meeting since 2018. Disagreements were said US President Joe Biden, but not in a hyperbolic way, and he said Russia did not want a new Cold War. Russian President Vladimir Putin said Biden was an experienced statesman and the two spoke the same language. The two sides agreed to begin a dialogue on nuclear arms control. They also said they would return ambassadors to each other's capitals. The envoys were mutually withdrawn for consultations in March after the US accused Russia of meddling in the 2020 presidential election. However, there was little sign of agreement on other issues, including cybersecurity, Ukraine, and the fate of Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny, who is currently serving a 2.5-year sentence in a penal colony. A village in the center of Myanmar has been burned down after clashes between the security forces and local guerrillas, leaving at least 2 people dead. Residents told the BBC that 200 of the 240 houses in Khin Ma were razed to the ground by the military on Tuesday. They said the incident began after forces clashed with a local militia opposed to the governing regime. Myanmar's military seized power in February. Demonstrations spread across the country after the coup. Security forces responded with a brutal crackdown, killing more than 800 people and detaining close to 5,000. Now news on sports. Host Brazil will take on Peru in their second match of Copa America football tomorrow morning. The match will kick off at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, Bangladesh Standard Time. The defending champion Brazil beat Venezuela by 3-0 in their first match. Brazil played a total of 48 matches against Peru. They won 34 matches and drawn in 9 matches. Peru won 5 matches against Brazil. Colombia will face Venezuela in the other match at 3 a.m. at midnight Bangladesh Standard Time. To end the bulletin, headlines once again. More than 53,000 homeless families to get houses as Prime Minister's gift in the second phase. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to hand over next Sunday. Bangladesh moving forward at irresistible pace with concrete planning by the Prime Minister and under her visionary leadership, say lawmakers at the budget discussion. BNP's politics huge barrier to peaceful political coexistence in the country, comments Obaidul Qadir. Universities not only should provide quality education but also build better human beings, hopes Information and Broadcasting Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood. 63 more died from coronavirus in the country, corona infection rising in border districts, various measures taken including strict lockdown to contain corona infection. Positive and constructive discussion held at the first meeting between Joe Biden and Vladimir Putin in Geneva. And host Brazil to face Peru tomorrow morning in Copa America football tournament. And that's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for staying with us, and we invite you to watch your 11:30 Bangla News. Until then, Khuda Hafiz.